Hey Aquarius, it's Sahara Stars with Illum Astrology doing your astro weather forecast for February 2019. This month is going to be a big month for you guys. You're going to have a new moon in your sign on the 4th. And this moon is all about growth. And this new moon is going to propel you guys into a new place. New doors are going to open, endings are going to occur for areas in which you need to end, and opportunities are going to open up for you guys. The sun is transiting in your sign. Happy birthday to all you February Aquarians. While the sun transits in your sign, you feel a lot more optimistic, you feel hopeful, you feel courage, you are illuminating the people around you. You're probably feeling more social. Because it's traveling along with Mercury in the sign of Aquarius through February. There's going to be also a super full moon this month on the 19th, which is going to occur in Virgo. And this area is going to illuminate your guys' 8th house of other people's money, resources, your partner's money, but also intimacy and emotional support. So there can be some things uncovered in this area because it is the house of secrets, hidden things, hidden matters. Full supermoons are very powerful and they have an effect on illuminating and uncovering areas of that house. So there can be some secrets revealed. There can be some hidden things that maybe you had buried within you that you needed to uncover, so that way you can help and heal from those things. And that's going to occur on the 19th at 8:53 a.m. But primarily the supermoon is about removing obstacles, as I was talking about some of my tarot readings, which means that doors are going to open. So any blockages that you guys have been experiencing will definitely be, you'll find solutions to those, along with finding that these solutions to these blockages, you can overcome them, or these blockages will just dissolve or move out of your way so you can have forward movement. You guys are having Jupiter transiting your 11th house of friends, social groups, networks, areas in which you can expand your social group, spend more time with friends, find that your friends are more supportive. You can also get benefits from friends. It's also your house, the house of hopes and wishes, although it's transiting in the sign of in the sign of Sagittarius, which is all about faith, hope, and optimism, and that's Jupiter's natural home. So there are big hopes and wishes that are going to be opening up for you in 2019. A lot of you can start new projects, open up new doors to career opportunities, along with, like I said, through your friends and social networks. You'll be finding a lot of things coming to fruition this year. We also have Venus is going to be moving into Capricorn, which is your 12th house of the subconscious mind, hidden matters again, seclusion. But it's a time of really kind of withdrawing to yourself and reviewing your last love cycle over the past 12 months since Venus has been transiting through all the houses. So like romance can be on your mind. Private times with your partner is definitely going to be probably something more of what you want to do rather than being very active or social or out and about. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. The 12th house is about healing too, and about hospitals, institutions, like I said, seclusion, wanting to be alone, private time, really about private time. So private romances can do really well in the month of February when Venus does move into Capricorn, which will be let's see, Venus is going to move into Capricorn on the 3rd. Yeah, on the 3rd. So that's going to be a good time for you to review love matters, to review past love situations, so that way you can get healing from those. It's the ending of an old Venus cycle while it transits through the 12th house. So there's a lot of nostalgia that occurs while Venus transits to the 12th house, okay? Mars is going to be still finishing out in the sign of Aries, transiting your 3rd house of communication, local environment. So you do have to watch for sharp words, speaking out abruptly, or others being like that with you. Sometimes there can be arguments with siblings or neighbors, or drama in the area, in the neighborhood. Mars is just pure action warrior energy, but it's a good time to write, to communicate, to learn new things. The 3rd house is about learning, about speaking, about writing, about communicating, about working on your car, about transportation, getting to and from one location to another. So there's a lot of activity that's going to be finishing out until Mars moves into Taurus later on in the month, towards the ending of the month. When it enters Taurus, it'll be your fourth house of home. So you're looking at a lot of action and activity in the home. It's a good time to renovate, to clean house, to organize, to spend more time with family, to expand your home environment in any way, adding new things, purchasing new things for the home. And that will be later on in the month, around the 14th. And then we have Venus is going to move into your sign on March 1st. But while it's traveling through your 12th house, like I said, until March 1st, when it actually enters your sign, that's when you're going to be receiving all the benefits of Venus being in your sign, which is you're an attraction magnet, and relationships are going to improve, and love is going to be in the air, and you're going to want to improve the way that you look, go to get beauty treatments, anything that has to do with glamorizing yourself. Venus is all about beauty and glamour. So this month, Venus will be transiting your 12th house all the way through until the beginning of March 1st. So during this time period, like I said, it's just a good time to review things and to make plans and to spend quiet time with your partner if you have a partner. If you don't have a partner, then you can find them in spiritual areas, at church, at any type of metaphysical type of thing, even in the medical field, or behind the scenes, okay? Anywhere where you're kind of like behind the scenes. You might be spending more time talking on the phone or texting or communicating that way. It can also be a time where you want to express your inner feelings, because the 12th house is about dissolving boundaries around love. So if you have difficulty, or the things that you want to say to an ex-partner or to somebody that you have strong feelings about, a crush or anything like that, you may feel inclined to do so, to be able to like spill your guts during this time period, because of the fact that there's a dissolving of boundaries going on there, and you feel very romantic, very nostalgic. It's also a good time for metaphysical stuff, spiritual matters. With Venus transiting there, you can tap into your guides. So Uranus is moving into Taurus, and this is going to be a big change in the home front for you guys, and it's going to be transiting Taurus for the next 5 years or so, depending upon how large your house is. So a lot of you are going to make moves in terms of your home, okay? A lot of different moves can be made. Some of you might move more than once over the next 5 years. Uranus is about changing things up, about independence, about breaking free, about sudden changes. So sometimes this can catch you off guard. And it depends on where, how large your house is, on when Uranus is actually going to hit your fourth house. So you can look at your chart to see when that's going to be. But this is changes within the family, changes within the home, changes within your domestic area. Even if you don't move, it's about changing your home to probably something more innovative, or buying new technology for the house, or getting changing the way that your designs are, something, just making some sort of change within the home. Definitely a lot of you are going to be moving, okay? And this is going to happen over the next 5 years. It's a good time to like sell your house or to buy a new house. Just make sure that, when you choose your location, it's something that you didn't do just sporadically, spontaneously, because a lot of you are going to feel a biting at the bit to make change and to want to just, move locations. Like, I want to go here, but just make sure that that's really where you want to go, because Uranus is very erratic. It can be sudden impulsive desires to just do something. So you do want to try to think things through, because Uranus is very unpredictable. But for some of you, you may not even have a choice here. It's just gonna, if it's on the cards for you to go somewhere else or to move locations, then now is the time, and you'll be propelled to do so. Saturn and Pluto are still finishing out your 12th house of endings, releasing old patterns, ways in which you've been sabotaging yourself, healing, getting rid of old habits that might be toxic. This includes anything like drinking too much coffee, smoking, things like that. Saturn is really about refinement and perfecting, and he's going through the 12th house of your subconscious mind. So you can realize a lot of things here. A lot of realizations are going to be happening over the course while Saturn transits here, which will be for the remaining of this year, because it's going to go retrograde in April. So it's going to go back over old territory, and it's going to push out things in your subconscious mind. This can be behavioral patterns, things that you do that you don't really realize that haven't been working in your favor. A lot of realizations come about. Sometimes you feel like you want to get into more spiritual matters. You want to connect with Source. You want to connect with God. You want to go back to religion. Whatever it is, there's these things that you want to find your hope and faith in. And you want to also forgive, let go, move on from things that aren't working from you. So there's a lot of endings that are going to be occurring for a lot of you Aquarians with Saturn transiting there. A lot of realizations. Sometimes there can be guilt. It all depends on how you've been living your Saturn cycle all the way through. This is Saturn's finishing cycle, finishing school of endings. So during this time period, you will be realizing things, a lot of things, uncovering a lot of things about yourself. So that way you can move forward after letting go of those things that are no longer working for you and starting a new path when Saturn moves into Aquarius in 2020. So there will be new starts, okay? A lot of endings, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of realizations happening for you guys, because Saturn through the 12th house is a pretty big transit. It's the ending transit of a whole Saturn cycle. So there is a lot of things, like I said, that are going to be working behind the scenes that you're going to be uncovering and realizing, and making a lot of changes, okay, in terms of your personality, the way you've been going about things, your friendships, the people you're involved with, the jobs you're in, all sorts of stuff, and even psychological matters, ways like behavioral patterns, addictions, and stuff like that. And that's also because Pluto is there, and Pluto is about uncovering hidden things, power struggles, things that feel like they're out of your control, kind of just working in the background, really trying to make you set proper boundaries and limits on what it is you're willing to accept and which you're not, but also purging psychological blockages that you maybe have that have been blocking you up until this day, realizing different behavioral patterns again. So we got a lot of that happening with Saturn and Pluto transiting your 12th house. There's a lot of really good aspects happening this month with Venus. On the 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius is going to trine your ruler Uranus in Aries. So this is going to be a really positive day to make any changes, to try something new. You might be feeling a little chomping or biting at the bit to try something new on the 2nd of February. And also on the 3rd, Mercury in Aquarius is going to sextile Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is a great day for optimism, for getting what you want, for asking for something that you want. So if you want to get a raise, if you want to ask somebody out, if you want to start a new project, whatever it is, fortune will be working with you with Mercury in your sign and sextile Jupiter in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is in your 11th house of friends, like I said. And Mercury is in your sign in your 1st house of yourself. So you can get a good positive message from a friend. That's something that's really beneficial. It's a good day to spend time communicating with friends. All those are really supported. You're going to be feeling really optimistic on that day. On the 7th, Mercury in Aquarius is going to sextile Mars in Aries, and this is in your 3rd house. So this is a strong day for communication as well. This is a good day to write down your thoughts, to journal, if you're a writer, to spend the day writing. You're going to have a very active mind that's going to be very direct and but yet still in harmony. So it's really a good day for communication, for taking a walk, for working out, for anything like that that has to do with energy, taking action, and communication. So anyways, on the 3rd, we're going to have Venus entering into Capricorn again in your 12th house. That's when you're going to start your review cycle and kind of just moving into a space where you want to review a lot of things in your life. Also tapping into spiritual matters, like I said, the subconscious mind. You may feel like you want to withdraw a little bit, spend some alone time, nurturing yourself, all that stuff. On the 7th, on the 9th, Mercury in Aquarius is going to sextile Uranus in Aries. And this is a really good day again you're going to be getting some really good information, some insights, some progressive insights into any ideas you've been trying to work on or any plans you've been trying to make. Again, you're going to be really understanding different parts of things that maybe you didn't have clarity on. Aries is the sign of just do it and taking action. And Uranus is about doing it differently. And Mercury is all about the mind. And Aquarius, again, is all about doing it differently, unique. So it's a brilliant day for coming up with new ideas. On the 10th, Mercury is going to enter Pisces. And this is where we start to become a lot more creative, a lot more nostalgic, but we can also become a lot more confused in decision-making processes. But it will be occupying your second house of earned income. So this is good. There's going to be a lot of communication about money, but also if you work for yourself or whatever business you're in, a lot of activity is going to occur. If you're a writer, you can write stuff. If you're an astrologer like me, you can get more reports and stuff that you have to work on. And you can also think of new ways of creating another source of income or money. But some of you might be getting messages about money or increasing your money during this time period. On the 13th, Mars in Aries is going to conjunct Uranus in Aries. So this is going to be a really erratic, sudden, impulsive energy. You're going to definitely want to go out and try something new on this day. And you're going to have a lot of luck in doing so. Just be cautious and make sure that you think things through a little bit, because sometimes it can be impulsive. And you can act out in ways that you did not expect, especially with it in Aries. But it's a good day to try something new. If you're in sports or athletics, it's a good day. It's a good day to, you're going to have a lot of creative ideas again, because it is in your third house, with Mars transiting your third house of the mind. On the 14th, Mars is going to enter Taurus from Aries. So this is going to be occupying your fourth house of home. Again, watch out for, arguments with, if you have roommates, or being really aggressive, or people being aggressive in the home front. But overall, it's going to be a good time to put energy into the home. Like I said, cleaning, renovating, moving things, purchasing new furniture, whatever type of stuff. You're going to be putting a lot of energy into the home. This includes family, spending more time with family. Again, watch for being aggressive, because Mars is just pure energy. So you can get into confrontations with other people or family members during this time period if there's any pent-up frustration or anything like that. But otherwise, the energy is best used to put into the home, to clean house, to organize, to do all that stuff. On the 17th, Venus in Capricorn is going to sextile Neptune in Pisces in your second house of earned income. So this is your 12th house and your second house. So this can be money coming to you from an unexpected source, from behind the scenes, from spiritual matters, from metaphysical matters. It could also be, again, a day for really good creativity, nostalgia, feeling romantic, a romantic day to spend with your partner. If you have a love interest, you're going to be feeling really romantic, very sensitive, very compassionate. On the 18th, Venus in Capricorn is going to conjunct Saturn in Capricorn, which is a good day for pushing forward on your plans. You're going to feel like you want to organize, build something solid. You're going to feel focused. You're going to be able to, like I said, put forth your best energies. You might be feeling a little cooler in the romantic area, or a lot more particular or picky. So if you're in a relationship, be careful just a little bit, because you can kind of see flaws and faults while Venus is in Capricorn and conjunct Saturn, which is about refinement and perfection. So it's a day where you can be really picky. You could see a lot of flaws. It's a good day to perfect yourself, to work on any art projects, because you're going to want to perfect them. You're going to see the faults in them very clearly. And the same thing goes for making financial plans. It's a good day to make financial plans, because you're going to be seeing things clearly, and you're going to be all about growth and structure and coming up with some really good plans with developing your finances. On the 19th, Mercury in Pisces is going to conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So this is a very creative day, very nostalgic day, very romantic day, very compassionate day. It's a good day for writing poetry, for getting in touch with your spirituality, for anything that has to do with, when you don't need a whole lot of structure or critical thinking. It's more of a creative, expressive day. So if you work in the creative field, it's a good day to work on any of your projects on that day. But Mercury will also be sextile Saturn in Capricorn on the same day. So I do see it being a good day for doing pretty much anything you want. I mean, you're going to be feeling like you can see things clearly, but yet you still have a creative spin on things. So it's a good day for pretty much anything that you want to do in terms of creativity and development. On the 22nd, Mercury in Pisces will square Jupiter in Sagittarius. So this is probably one of those days that you want to think things through, because you're going to be feeling so optimistic, and because you might be thinking the pie in the sky type of thinking, or you might be, it could be a day of confusion, because Jupiter tends to expand things, and Mercury in Pisces is all about creativity and dreams coming true and wishes and fantasies and illusions. So if you have to sign anything on this day, an important contract or anything, think things through clearly. If you already made up your mind to sign it and you have to sign it on this day, that's fine, because you already thought things through previous to. But if you have to make any major decisions on this day, try to avoid it if you can, because you might be not thinking clearly or seeing things as clearly as they could be. And you might be feeling some confusion surrounding it, or a little bit more optimistic than you should be about something. So just make sure that you do spend time thinking things through. On the 23rd, Mercury in Pisces is going to sextile Pluto in Capricorn, and this is a good day for focus. Okay, so if you need to focus and you're working in creative endeavors, writing, spirituality, working the metaphysical, anything like that, because Mercury's in Pisces, again, we're looking at, not a whole lot of focus, but sextile Pluto in Capricorn is going to really help pin down that focus. So again, it's a lot of focus on creative stuff, creative spiritual matters and stuff like that. You can definitely uncover a lot of things and get real creative and be able to put it down in a powerful way. So on the 1st, of March, we're going to have Venus in Capricorn square Uranus in Aries, which is definitely a breaking free of tradition, trying new things, impulsive energy. But Venus is going to be entering your sign in Aquarius on the 1st, and then March is going to be your month in terms of attracting everything that you want. Love matters, beauty matters, taking care of yourself, being an attraction magnet, feeling good, and luck and fortune on your side. So the month looks really good for you guys. There's definitely a lot going on. This new moon's going to definitely kick in a whole lot of stuff. So this is happening on the 4th, just in a day or so. Actually, tomorrow while I'm doing this. So I'm sorry, I'm just a couple days behind. But yeah, tomorrow this new moon is going to be powerful. It's going to bring you guys into places that are fated, karmic meetings, karmic situations, fated meetings, fated situations, open up new job opportunities, open up new horizons, and kind of catapult you on the path that you're supposed to be. So a lot can happen with new moons. New moons are, like I said, they're endings and beginnings, but they open up a lot of opportunity and they propel you into places that you're supposed to be. So this new moon is going to be really powerful. It is about growth. So there's going to be a lot of growth happening for you guys. This year is going to be a really good year for you guys overall. So I hope that you found this helpful. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I will be trying to catch up with some mid-month stuff. And so if you haven't subscribed, please do. Click the bell, though, to get notified of my uploads as they come. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you guys positive energy for all the best, as always. And until next time.